New season, new stuff to do. Let's take a look at this season's gameplay loop for Season of the Splicer. Heads up everybody, my name is SentinelGray and welcome to the channel. Season of the Splicer is finally here and we got our old buddy Mithrax helping us out. With his help, we take a step into the Vex network and shut down whatever they got planned for us and the city. Does look kinda nice though. Anyway, after you do the first mission, you are gifted with a Splicer Gauntlet made by Mithrax himself. This gauntlet works very similar to the Hammer of Proving last season. Using the gauntlet, we can make a key code by using ether. How do you get ether though? Well, you have a chance to gain ether every time you kill an enemy literally anywhere in the game. On top of that, you can get a certain amount by completing any of the playlist activities like Strikes, Gambit, or Crucible. If you ever forget that, just look on the gauntlet itself because it tells you right on the thing where to get it. So now that you've killed some enemies, done some activities, now that you have some ether, let's go make some key codes. At the start of the season, it's 50 ether to make a single key code. I assume that the rest of the season will be able to make different types of key codes and on certain things, maybe certain rewards, but right now that's all I can guess. Now that you've got a key code, let's go into the override activity. In override, we're essentially playing Gambit. You kill enemies, the enemies drop motes, you collect the motes, and then you bank them into the center conflux. That's not all that happens though. During Override, there's usually 3 waves of Gambit that you play, with enemies getting progressively tougher and tougher. As you slay enemy after enemy, you collect up to a max of 10 motes. Banking a full stack of 10 does 2 things. First, provides an ammo crate for you and your allies that you can pick up and give you ammo to all of your weapons. And the second is if it is the first batch of 10 motes that are deposited during a wave, it opens up a Vex gate. This Vex gate leads you into a pocket of the Vex network that has a champion enemy inside, along with a few other easy red bars. Once you enter and defeat the champion, it drops what is called a data seed. This data seed can be picked up like any sort of orb in the game, kind of like the one that Ruinous Effigy spawns. After you have the orb in hand, you head to the exit of the pocket network and dunk it into the center conflux like you do with the motes. Once you and your team dunk enough motes per wave, the Vex will attempt to defend their network, which is where some of the tougher enemies in the encounter spawn. Doing this should be easy enough for a full fire team of 6 to tackle, believe me. After all the enemies are dead, you'll want to focus on the center conflux. Around that conflux, there will be 6 white oracles that appear. To move forward in the activity, you have to wait until one of them turns red and shoot it until it breaks. You'll have to break 3 oracles in total to make the conflux vulnerable. Once the conflux is vulnerable, you'll climb up to the platform of the highest point that you can go and activate the conflux, which starts a new wave. I get it, it sounds crazy. Once you do it, you'll understand. Once you complete every wave of the activity, you can enter into the Vex suck hole, similar to the one that Mithrax made when you had to go down in the opening mission. Essentially, this part is very similar to that opening mission. Get from one end to the other while dodging lasers, disappearing floors, and little seeker Vex that will kill you on impact. Normal Guardian stuff. Once you get to the end, or get pulled there because you died 4 times on some laser pinwheel, you'll face a boss with mechanics that are extremely light. Nothing as big as raid mechanics, but similar things that we've seen in newer activities. I assume this is going to change as well since this is only the first week of the season, so be on the lookout if any of this changes in the weeks to come, whether it be actually doing the conflux activity or the boss in general. Alright, so you defeated the boss and grabbed your loot from both the completion chest and the Vex chest with your key code. Now what? Now you're going back to the helm. Once there, you'll want to talk to the strung up servitor that's in the fallen part of the helm. Here, you'll want to upgrade your gauntlet with the decrypted data that you got from doing Override. The upgrades vary, like increasing your chances of gaining ether from killing enemies or giving you more ammo from the ammo crates in the Override activity. There are a bunch of things you can do with the upgrades. However, since some of these upgrades are currently locked to us, I expect we'll get these as the season progresses, as per the usual. The plus side to this though is those of you who love to rush straight through all of the content without a care in the world, you'll be able to do that since it doesn't seem like there's a restriction on most of the upgrades minus meeting the material cost. Now hold up, because there's something super important you need to know, especially if you want to farm for this season's weapons. I'm being serious. Focusing umbral engrams at the decoder in the helm takes the exact same material as it takes to level up your Splicer Gauntlet. So that means anytime you focus an umbral for this season, it's taking you longer to upgrade the gauntlet. I don't know if this is a problem for you or not, but like I was saying, if you plan on blasting through and upgrading your gauntlet all the way in the first 2 weeks of the season, you're gonna want to hold off on focusing engrams for gear. But other than that, that is the basics of what this season's gameplay loop is. It's not the most difficult season we've had, and honestly, I find the override activity a lot of fun. I hope this has helped any of you who have either haven't started this season yet or who don't fully understand what's going on. As a side note, there are a lot of new weapons added in this season, and I plan on doing a video that goes over them and what roles you might want on each, so be on the lookout for that. Remember, if you like the video and you want to see more, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you have any other questions on what to do this season, please leave them down in the comments below. And if you like live content, I stream on Twitch on Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will have a link for that down below. I'll see you all next time, and remember, keep your heads up and be kind to each other. Bye now.